Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Stem, and I would like to welcome everyone to today's broadcast for Invictus Racing League, coming live from Hungarian here at Hungary. No, not Hungarian. No, that is Hungarian. I think I messed it up. Hold on. Yeah, that is Hungarian, guys. I'd like to welcome everyone for Hungarian here from Budapest, Hungary, for today's Formula 1 Invictus Racing League action here. And we have 9 drivers on the grid. We have Fox Red, who was the first man out, and he is currently on his out lap as he is about to enter sector 3. We already have 2 people watching. Hello, everyone. We just seen, I believe it was a Williams, no, it was a Haas, sorry, of Scope Filter that just went past the McLaren of Fox Red, so we'll stay on board with the Haas drivers. Sector 3 yellow flags as Scope takes a wide line for the entrance of the final corner to get a narrow exit, and he is starting his lap here at turn... Okay, never mind. Here at turn 1, Fox... no, not Fox, sorry, Scope. Quite nice flow for turn 1, open the DRS, second DRS zone of the track. A bit shaky on the back end of turn 2 as he makes his way down towards turn 4 and 5. Turn 5 really fast one, really easy to either cut the corner or go extremely wide and invalidate your lap time. But Scope seems to be nailing this lap so far, as he is now into technical sector 2. You really do want to get that sector spot on, as it can gain you a lot of time. As he's now going into sector 3, his Haas teammate is letting him through. For the final corner, Scope, what will he set? And it is a 16 flap, Fox Red coming across the line to put a 17-1. In the meantime, we have just Joe's starting his flying lap for turn 1. He goes, open the DRS down towards turn 2. McGloppy has set an 18.2, so definitely a mistake was made on his lap, and I would say a pretty crucial mistake as well, as he is now 2.2 seconds down on pole position. Haas Juice is really having a real nice flow for turn 5, as he's now going into technical power of the track in sector 2. Going a bit wider at the exit. Don't think that would invalidate his lap time as far as I'm aware of. Might be wrong. But now into sector 3, which consists of 3 corners. Pretty easy sector 3, I would say. Probably easiest of the entire track, if you get it correctly on the braking zones. And now for the final corner, he goes up in the DRS, up in towards the line. It is a 15.9, and he shifts his teammate Scope Fielder down into P2 and puts himself onto a provisional pole position here at the start of the session. So it's a 1-2 for Haas at this point. I'd like to remind you, this is round 3 of Formula 1 Invictus Racing League Championship. Today's action coming from Hungarian in Hungary. I'm Mr. Stem, and we're on board with M. Dornick, who's across the line to go 15.7 and put it on pole position. What a lap time! What a lap time! Speed Queen in the meantime put 4th best overall time with a 16.3. We have Sambam Kits and Warfix and going into the pits, and Samster is about to start his lap. Not entirely sure if Jules is still on the lap, or is he going into the pits? No, he is going into the pits. Never mind. Scope is now on our lap with 11 minutes and 10 seconds remaining at the timer. Into technical sector 2. Scope seems to be it's not his flying lap, but he does seem to have a pretty nice flow through the second sector, in my opinion, if you will ask me. And Scope is starting his flying lap now, and he will try and put in the new fastest lap time to put himself on provisional pole position here. So let's stay on board with Scope and see if he can perform to put himself onto provisional pole. Really fast for turn 5, and that was a nailed corner, I would actually say. Extremely nice flow of the wheel for technical sector 2 as he does go wide. Oh, not sure if that will invalidate people's lap times. I'm not entirely sure about that. I'm really not sure. But through into the final corner now. Scope fielder. What can he do? Can he put on provisional pole? Yes, he can. With 15.742, 16 hundredths of a second faster than Amdoran in a Toro Rosso. We have Fox Red. I believe on his lap now. Yeah, he is on his lap, if I'm correct. And let's see what can Fox Red do. Can he get anywhere near the 15 squad? Across the line, he goes 15.558, and he puts it on pole position. Near enough 2 tons clear of Scope. Wow! What a bull of a lap time that is! McLaughlin improves to a 17.3, but that is still not enough. Tamorphix is about to start his flying lap. Hello everyone who's just tuning into today's live stream, coming from Hungarian in Hungary for Invictus Racing League Formula 1 division, and we're on board with Ferrari driver Tom Warfix, who is on his flying lap just now as he makes his way into technical power of sector 2. Let's see, he does have a Haas ahead of him, that's Joe's, but he does get out of the way, so no harm for Tom Warfix there. Not that big of a distraction, I would say, and definitely didn't cost him any time. And now into the final corner, hello. So we see now Tom Warfix into penultimate corner. He has Foxy Red just ahead of him, but Foxy does pull into the pits. So let's see, Tam for the final corner. Opening the DRS across the line to put himself on provisional pole with a 15.2. What? I mean, what? So 3 tenths clearer than Foxy Red? Are you mad? Tam, are you mad? I gotta say, that is a blistering lap time from Tom Warfix. Let's see, I'm Doran. I believe he is on his flying lap. Yes, he is indeed. Wow. What a lap time from Tom Warfix. That was an insane lap. No other way to describe it. That was absolutely insane. I'm Doran. Let's see what he can reply with. He is half a second down on provisional pole position of Tom Warfix. Let's see if he can get anywhere near the time or even beat it. So let's have a look. Across the final corner, across the line. His lap time of 15.4. That puts him only into P2, but that is the front row of the grid, and he still has 5 minutes of the session on the time remaining. Samser across the line. 17.0. McGluppy in the meantime improved to a 15.9. Sam Kid seems to be struggling a tiny bit on his flying lap. So I would imagine that would be an aborted lap time for him. Or is he still trying to push for it? Is he still trying to push? Sambam is the only man not to set up lap time so far in this session. And Sambam Kid does pull into the pits. So there we go. Into the pits he goes. He does have time for one more go though. He does have enough time. A lot of people are on their laps, including Fox Red. Scope will be the closest man to start his lap. Not sure about Samsung. I would imagine he would be going into the pits and trying his best to get for another run, because I would imagine 17 flat is not something he would be looking at. Scope with a 15.7, about to take his flying lap here with 4 minutes on the timer to try and improve on his lap time to get anywhere near Sam Warfix, who is on pole position with a blistering lap time over 15.254. It's going to be interesting in those final 3.5 minutes of the session. Who will be the man to start on pole position here at Hungarian? Scope making his way into technical part of the track now in sector 2. Tam Warfix is now his out lap, so Tam Warfix is out of the pit. He will be going for one more lap. He has enough time, and he will be trying to improve into potentially 14s, which is crazy because I don't know what kind of a man you have to be to get into a 14. Like, come on. Scope for the final corner, open the DRS, across the line. It's a 15.544, and I'm gonna go on board with Fox Red, as Foxy will surely have something to reply with. Into sector 3 he goes now, and Doran is out of the pits now as well, as he goes on his lap. Foxy making a little lock up there into the penultimate corner. Not sure how much he lost with that, but for the final corner he goes across the line to put himself into P3 15.5. McGluppy. Joes will be just ahead of him, so let's see where Joes can go. He goes across the line, and it was an invalid lap time, I believe. 15.6 by McGluckby. Sambam has just started his lap. Tam Warfix is on his flying lap as well with 1 minute 40 to go, so he will have enough time for one more go. Tam Warfix and Sambam will all have time for one more lap after this one. But Speed Queen is in the way of Sambam. But Speed Queen gets out of the way pretty nicely. and something happens to Sam Warfix, and maybe it isn't a valid lap time for him, as he will be backing up and looking for another goal possibly. Joe's into the final sector now. Let's see, can he get anywhere near the pole position of a 15-2? As someone we can see just in the background across the final corner with Fox right falling behind, and Jules goes into the pits. Interesting decision by the Haas driver, so surely not enough fuel being placed into the car by the team, as he had to abort his lap and go into the pits, which means the qualifying for him is completed and he will only be able to perform with a 15.9. So we'll stay on board with Sambam Kid to see can he get what lap time can he put in. Doran 15.1, that is an improvement. Sam Warfax will surely have something to say against that. So let me get ready to go for Sam Warfax straight after. Oh, Sam Warfax losing the back end, and that is his qualifying completed, and he will be starting from last place for today's race. That is P9, but because he didn't sell up, he will have the free tire strategy option. Sam Warfax across the final corner. Can he go on pole position? No, he cannot. Doran will be on pole position for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Sam Warfax will be lining up alongside him with Fox Red in P3, Scope in P4, McLuck in P5, Samser P6, Jos Hinsai in P7, Speed Queen in P8, and Sam Bamkid will be the only one not to sell lap time to start in P9. So there we have it, guys. There we have it, and there's rain. Nobody told me the weather forecast, but at the very end of qualifying there's rain. So that's gonna be interesting to see whether there's gonna be rain for the race or not. So the qualifying results as follows. Doran will be lining up on pole position with Sam Warfax alongside him. Fox Red and Sko will be lining up on the second row of the grid. McLuppy and Samser P5 and P6. Just Jules. And Speed Queen P7 and P8 going over the fourth row of the grid. And Sama will be rounding up the grid in P9 with no time set to his bank. And oh my god, there's rain! Rain for the race, that makes it a lot more interesting. There's rain for the race. That will be making this race really, really interesting. And just a second, guys. And I am back, guys, and we have the formation up here at Hungarian. The drivers are the intermediate company of tire, which means the rain could be with us for a good while. The rain could be with us for a good while. And the drivers are about to finish their lineup, formation lap, sorry. And here we go, guys. The cars are forming up on the grid for the start of the Hungarian Grand Prix here in the Invictus Racing League. So here we have it, guys. 5 red lights. Doran versus Warfax down towards turn 1. 5 red lights are out. The cars make their way down to turn number 1. It looks like that Doran gets a better start from Sam Warfax. Samster is up into P3 already. That is McGluppy going off the road a tiny bit. Speed Queen had a shocking start, as Sambam Kid has a beautiful start, and now he's now up to what that will be P7 battling against Speed Queen, and looks like that Sambam could be making his way down to P6, but does not make the move as he did lose the back end at the exit of turn 3, and Samster has lost a position to Foxered, and now he's getting pressured by the 2 Haas drivers going right behind him. Doran keeps the lead from Tom Warfax, Foxered in P3, Samster P4, Juice in P5, Scope Fielder in P6, Sam Kid up into P7, Speed Queen P8, and McGluppy is rounding off the grid here at mid of lap 1. As I wonder if McGluppy has any damage at his front wing. Let's have a look. It doesn't seem like he has any damage, just having issues with the current conditions for looks like for McGluppy. Sambam is getting feisty against Scope Fielder here, and will be trying to find a way to get past him as soon as possible. Doran's in the fast lap of the race with a 37 flat. Now Jules is trying to close in to Samster, but the gap is too big. Speed Queen going for up the inside of Sambam and gets the move done, but it's not over yet. Sambam is in the middle of both cars. He hits Scope Fielder. Scope Fielder has to save it. Magically saves it, but Sambam did gain a position from tiniest bit of contact with Scope. So ideally Sam would have to let him through because Scope did lose a position. Samster's now 3 tenths behind Fox Red. Let's see, is Fox struggling in the intermediate conditions so far in this race? Could be the case, but Jules is trying to close up to Samster as Samster makes a mistake, and that will surely allow Jules to close up even further. 4 tenths is the difference between the two drivers. It increased to half a second, but visually it looks a lot less. Now it's back down to 4 tenths. So let's see. Why did that change? Okay. So here we go. Samster makes another mistake. Goes onto the grass and lets Joe Sensei through. Samster did try and fight back, but does not succeed. And Jules is up into P4 and Samster moves down into P5. Sam Kid now is half a second behind Speed Queen. And we really are having a shaping up battle for what that will be P4. Samster is definitely struggling in those conditions. Speed Queen is now closing up. Warfax is 1 second behind, and it tells me that my battery on my controller is low, but it should last me hopefully. Samster is really struggling. We can see him saving the car everywhere, and now Speed Queen will go round the outside, and Sambam Kid will also go round the inside, but I believe there was a tiny tap still made from Sambam. I'm not entirely sure about that. We have Scope is now behind Samster. So Samster lost another 2 positions, and now he is down into P7. From what it looked like an absolute phenomenal start, he was up into P3 at one point, I would like to remind you guys. And Tam Warfix, something happened to Tam Warf, because now he lost a position to Fox Red, and now will be getting pressured by Jules, as we have Scope possibly going up the inside of Samster. Nope, it does not happen. But Sambam is trying to get past Speed Queen down towards turn 3. He will have the inside line. And is he trying to make the move into turn 3? Speed Queen will have the inside for turn 4. But Sambam gets ahead even before the apex. And that is P5 for Sambam. A beautiful move from the Mercedes driver, as Samorfix is looking to be struggling so far. Oh, I didn't know you can do that. Oh, that's pretty cool. And oh my goodness me, Sambam is right on the tail of Jules now for P4. Hello there. Scope gets past McGluppy. Samster has gone off, I believe, or had half a spin that set him back in another 2 positions, and now he is back in P9. Tam Warfax is drifting through the final corner. Juice will be getting alongside him, and there will be a drag race down the main straight. Speed Queen is now behind Sambam. Is Speed Queen going to go for a launch down the inside like she did a few laps ago? Tam Warfax is defending his position from Jules, but Jules will be getting ahead. Tam Warfax will have the inside down towards turn 3, and it looks like that Tam Warfax is on the inside. Can he get the position back, or will Jules keep it? Jules keeps the position, and that is P3 for the Haas driver. But Sambam is right on the tail of Tam Warfax now, and we see McGluppy in the background. McGluppy has gone off, but we still have a battle here for P3 between 4 cars. Haas, Ferrari, Mercedes and a McLaren, all battling out for P3. Amazing battle here. a Hungarian as the rain has lightened up, and hopefully we'll be back to dry conditions really short as Sam Warforks makes a mistake, and now Sambam Kid is trying to what Speedqueen did a few laps ago, and he does it but drifts his Mercedes, loses position, and will be now on the thread by Scope Fielder. So Sambam did seem to get the exact move Speedqueen did on Samson, I believe it was, a few laps ago, if you remember, but Sambam did make a little mistake there, and oh my goodness, hold on, Doran's out. What? McGloppy has no front wing, but what? What happened to Doran? I'm confused. What happened to Doran? What happened to the race leader? What? Okay, Speedqueen is leading the way from Sambam, who is in P2, but they're still yet to pit. Foxy Red has already made a pit stop for soft tires, and he has potentially one more stop to go in his race, and he surely will be leading this race after both Speedqueen and Sambam pit at the end of the lap. So here we go, Speedqueen taking it really slowly but making her way into the pits. Sambam will follow in, and Fox Red has got pretty much 1.5 seconds, even more now, out of them just throughout this lap. That's how quickly it dried up, and oh, it looks like he lost it at the exit of the final corner. So that's what could have happened to Doran. He lost at the exit of the final corner. Oh, how unfortunate is that? How unfortunate for Doran that is. He was late in the race. Oh, poor Doran. That's a heartbreak for him. Sambam rejoins in P5 and Speedqueen rejoins in P3, so a double McLaren podium so far in this race. Jules is right on the tail of Speedqueen. Speedqueen makes a mistake. Can Jules take advantage? Sambam is now closing up to join the battle for P3 once again. Jules gets really close to the tail of Speedqueen, and will he go for the inside move here? He has the inside line, but Speedqueen keeps it on the outside. And let's have a look from this camera angle, and it looks like that Jules gets the position, Speedqueen drops back, and now Speedqueen will be under threat from Sambam Kid. Sambam much better run exit for the final corner, and surely Sambam will get the move done in towards the first corner, and up the inside of Speedqueen, and Sambam still side by side with Speedqueen. Still side by side. That is amazing battling, guys. Speedqueen and Sambam are having a zing-zong battle for near enough half a lap here, and they're still side by side, but now Sambam gets the bear of Speedqueen and moves up into P4. What a battle from them two. That was amazing. Absolute top class driving from top class drivers here in Invictus Racing League. Fox Red says the fast up of the race above a 20.5 as he now has a 3.7 second lead to Tamworfix. Samson 19.9. He's pushing on those softs. And I've actually just realized McGluckby, Speed Queen, Sambam and Juice are on the medium, so they're possibly going to try and get those tires all the way to the end of the race, possibly, as Sambam has now caught up to Juice and only 4 tenths behind. So we'll see another battle for P3, or technically battle for P3 continuing from where it left off last lap. So let's see, what can Sambam do? He has 1 lap fresher tyres, but that will not benefit him too much at this stage. So let's see. Sambam puts his ERS mode to 4, and he surely will get a move done. And oh my goodness me, Juice moves quite late to break, to possibly defend the inside line, but Sambam moves even quicker and holds up the inside to get into P3 with a beautiful overtaking maneuver on Juice. That was a right off beautiful maneuver from Sambam. Lightning reactions from the Mercedes driver to gain to P3. Wow. Fair play, fair play. Samster now is 1 second behind Speed Queen. But Samster has a lot less fuel and a lot less ERS, and that was a corner cut for definite. Foxer is just managing his Barry as he has a 3.8 second lead, so he doesn't really need to use his Barry as much. But let's see. Sambam puts his Barry up into mode 3 while Jules has it in mode 2 and DRS activated, and does not seem to get any advantage over it with it. As Speedway has started pushing and is now closing down the gap to the 2 cars ahead. But all the 3 of them, Speedway has the least ERS saved up. But she's closing down the gap to Jules. We have 12 laps gone of the Hungarian Grand Prix, and we have 8 cars left, with Emzorn being the only driver to crash out on lap 4 from the lead of the race, which is an unfortunate thing But it's racing, everything happens. Everything happens in racing. Not really much to talk about other than Speedqueen against Jules, which the gap really remains at just less than a second, but Speedqueen is now closing down the gap dramatically, as I would say. The gap is going down, but it's not as dramatic as we might have thought of, but here we go. Speedqueen on the charge up the inside and towards first corner, and Jules on the switchback maneuver, but Speedqueen does seem to get him overtake done and dusted. And yep, Speedqueen is up into P4 for the McLaren driver. And now Jules will have his show of DRS. Can he get close to Speedqueen? Looks like the Speedqueen is pulling away. And yeah, that is the case. Speedqueen has pulled away. And that is Samser going into the pits. We can see 5 seconds up, go penalty, and he retired in the pits. He got a 5 second stop go penalty as well, but why would you retire in the pits if you're in the points? And he has left the session. And Samorphix actually has started to close down the gap to Fox Red. So that's interesting. 2.2 seconds now. A few laps, about 6-7 laps ago it was about 3.3 seconds. 3.8, something around that. Now it's 2.3. So Samorphix definitely started pushing. as that is a beautiful helicopter camera. Let's go on board with Fox Red as our race leader, as we're about to go on to lap 17. And let's see, are they going to be pitting anytime soon? Fox Red stays out, and Warfix stays out as well. Okay, there we go. Let's bring the hood back up. As everyone has spread out in this race, and we're about to start lap 18 with Fox Red leading the way, and Warfix in P2, Sam Kid all the way up in P3 now, Speed Queen in P4, Juice in P5, Scope Fielder in P6, and McGloppy in P7 with Samsung and Doran retiring from this Grand Prix. I believe that Warfix is trying to close down the gap to Fox Red, and by my calculations they should be pitting within the next 2-3 laps to go for another set of soft that will last them to the end of the race. Fox and Tamworth have a gap of 2.3 seconds between each other, and the gap is not closing down now, which means that Tamworth and Fox Red are going in the same pace. So let's compare their lap times within the last 5 laps, let's say. So we're on lap 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. And 14 is what we're looking at. 20.7, 21.0, 20.6, 20.7 and 20.6. So average lap time of a 20.7 for Fox Red, and for Tamorphix 20.2, 20.6, 20.8, 20.7 and 20.4. So that is average of 20.6 for Tom Warfix. 20.5, 20.6, something around those lines for Tom Warfix. And oh, he's actually closing in now. 2.1 seconds. So the average lap times for Tom Warfix are better than Foxy Red's, but not significantly. Not significantly. But fastest lap in the last 5 laps, quite significantly actually, more than half a second I believe it was. The gap has went down to 1.8, sorry, not 10.8. And Tamorphix is now into the pits. So as I was saying, in the next 2-3 laps there will be pitting, and Tamorphix is making the move now on lap 21. The Ferrari driver has went into the pits for a set of fresh, brand new soft tires. And he will have traffic ahead of him. Or will Scope get ahead of him? Oh no, Scope has went into the pits. McGloppy will overtake Scope and promote his own to P6. But Warfix is already out by quite a decent amount. So let's see, will Fox Red be pitting this lap? And will he rejoin compared to Tam Warfix? Because I would imagine Tam will close down the gap. Here we go, Foxy into the pits. Will he come out comparing to Tam? That is the interesting maneuver. He is into his pit box now. Tam work for the final corner. Oh, this is gonna be close. He is just about to come out the pits. Where's Tam? Here he is. He will be going ahead. It looks like that is going to be Foxy Red that remains on top of Tam Warfix, but the gap has definitely decreased. It's now less than a second, and Tam is within the DRS range of the McLaren driver. Fox Red losing the back end slightly for turn 5 at the exit, and has let Tam get even closer, as that was going quite close, and Tam Warfix has now lost the back end, trying to push just a bit too much, lost the back end and lost quite a significant amount of time. Where he really closed in from Tam Warfix's mistake, he lost on his mistake. I have 12 laps to go now of this race. Sam Amakeda is leading the race. Speed Queen in second, Juice in P3, Foxy Red and Tam Warfix P4 and P5, McGloppy in P6 and Scope in P7. As it stands at this point, Foxy Red and Tam Warfix have rapidly been closing down to Juice in the last lap. The gap went from 2.5 seconds to 1.4 seconds, and surely those mediums are going off the cliff. Foxy Red makes a mistake, and look at this, Tam Warfix having a beautiful run. Will definitely... Foxy Red makes another mistake. Can Tam Warfix get advantage over Foxy's mistakes to find himself in P4? Here we go, Foxy is in the DRS range of Jules. He's rapidly closing in, but it's not quick enough. Really close to the rear of the Haas driver. Tam has fallen back a tiny bit as he didn't have slipstream to get as much slipstream from Foxy Red as he got from Jules. But Tam Warfix gets 3-second time penalty. I believe this is his fourth 3-second time penalty of this race, if I remember correctly. And we have another battle for P3! Tam Warfix makes slight contact with Fox Red, no damage I believe though to any of the drivers. As Fox nearly went into the rear of Jules due to contact from Tam Warfix. Jules defending his line, and that does allow Tam Warfix to go alongside the McLaren driver and have an attempt of overtaking him, but the Ferrari driver is still behind. Fox Red is now right on the tail of Jules, and the double DRS and slipstream for Tam, but Fox Red gets ahead of Jules. Oh, really close once again. Tam Warfix right on the edge every time, but now it's a double podium for the McLaren guys. McGluppy has went into the pit. Scope is now up into P6. And Tam is now stuck behind Jules, and he will be losing time to Foxy Red at this rate. And up the inside, Tam Warfix does not get a move. He really has to think about it when he does want to go for an overtake, because that will be crucial, as he can either gain time or lose more time. And it looks like he's going for it, and now round the outside, Tam gets pushed up wide by Jules, but on the inside into the penultimate corner. Tam Warfix, can he get a move? Not yet, not yet. Round the outside into the final corner. He will have the DRS. Bear exit as well. Fox Red to the fast lap of the race, and now Tam Warfix is going to get past Jules into the first corner on the inside. Tam Warfix is going to make it look easy, and that is P4 for the Scuderia Ferrari driver. As the gap now between Fox and Tam is 2.3 seconds, as Foxy is now closing into his teammate Speed Queen. And Tam has 2 penalties and really on the edge of getting the third one really. Fox Red has 2 warnings. Speed Queen has no warnings. Sambam has 3 warnings but not a penalty. And Jules has he got a penalty on the last lap. Tam Warfix got another 3-second time penalty. Fox is closing into Queen. The gap is now 6 tenths down to 5. But he still remains behind. He was too far behind to try and overtake and maneuver. So he'll have to wait possibly for a better opportunity, or even the next lap, to do it down the main straight or down in towards turn 3. Oh no, Speed Queen is letting him through. Speed Queen lets his teammate Fox Red through, as I believe Speed Queen did realise, right, Foxy's on a much faster tyre, he's on a much fresher tyre than me, I may as well just let him through and try and hold up Tam Warfix for him, and really just try and make it a double McLaren podium and let Foxy fight for the lead if he can. So, smart move by Speed Queen. to let Foxy through. Eight laps to go from this Hungarian Grand Prix. And Sam Warfucks is now closing down to Speed Queen. The gap is less than a second, and Speed Queen is out of DRS range from Foxy Red, meaning that Sam Warfucks is going to fight against Speed Queen for P3. But I would like to remind you that Sam Warfucks does have about 9 seconds worth of penalties. Juice has paid for soft tires, so he's out the range to battle for P4. As he said, must have been going off the cliff. But will that mean that Speed Queen and Sam are both to pay as well? So Warfucks another 3-second time penalty. That should be up to 12 now. Less than half a second, and surely down the main straight, Sam Warfucks will be looking to get past Speed Queen. Down towards turn 1, Sam Warfucks going late on the brakes around the outside of turn 1, and does he get their side by side in towards turn 2? And it looks like that Sam Warfucks is going to get a move. Yes, he does. Tam is up into what that will be P3. So now, gap between Sambam and Foxy Red, 4.8 seconds. And Sambam, I did see Sambam did get a 3-second time penalty, so Foxy Red just needs to keep it clean, get within 3 seconds of Sambam. He will be declared the race winner of Invictus Racing League Formula 1 Hungarian Grand Prix. McLaughlin with a 3-second time penalty, that does not really change anything for him. And Foxy Red gets a 3-second time penalty, so there we go. So now Foxy has 4.5 laps to close up to someone who can get past him as well and keep ahead of him. Samam Kid is 4.6 seconds behind. No, sorry, Samam is 4.6 seconds ahead of Fox Red, who is 1.8 ahead of Tam Warfix. And it looks like that the gaps are not closed in too much at this point. I guess that's how the race will be finishing, is my guess at least. Unless something happens, something controversy style happens. Well, sorry, Time Warfix will drop down to P4 because of time penalties. Speedham has 0 seconds, while Tam has about 12. And that's another 3-second time penalty, and that's 15 seconds now. In the meantime, McGloppy has retired from this race, which is really unfortunate. I'm not entirely sure where he crashed. Oh, how did that happen? Interesting, really interesting. How did that happen? But McGloppy is out, but he did get into the 90% area, so hopefully he will get the points. Even if it's 95%, he had to complete. He did complete 95% of this race, so he's still safe. And we're on a final lap now. Tam Warfix has closed up the gap to Fox Red to 1.3 seconds, but I would like to remind you, he has 15 seconds worth of penalties, if not more now. Ooh, really scary moment there for Tim Warfugs, but he does save in style. Beautiful save there, actually. Really good save. Let's go with Sam Kid, who managed to get those tires 28 laps. Started from the back. Did a one stop from intermediates to mediums. And now he is going to come across the final corners to win the Hungarian Grand Prix here at Invictus Racing League Formula 1. Sam Kid is your race winner. Fox Red is going to come home in P2. Tim Warfix in P3, but will get dropped down due to penalties between. One stop as well. Beautiful strategy. Double McLaren podium here at Hungary. Jules is going to come home in P5. Surely he'll be quite alive with that result, in my opinion. And Scope Fielder is going to be the last man to cross the line to finish in what will be P6. And here are your podium drivers. Sam K taking the top step. Fox Red in P2 and Speed Queen rounding up the podium with double McLaren podium here today. And here we have it, guys. The results are on your screens just now. And what can I say? This has been Invictus Racing League Formula 1 here at Hungarian Grand Prix at Hungarian. I've been Mr. Stem. And that's it for today. And until next time, it's a goodbye. Have a good night, everyone. Bye bye.